Is it time to buy or sell QQQ ETF? In this video, we will explore QQQ in depth. Our initial report was published on our website on Monday, the 16th of June, 2025, and now we are here to provide you with an even more comprehensive analysis. Remember to subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on the notification bell to stay informed about our latest analyses. You do not want to miss any important updates that could affect your investments. Enhance your trading decisions by trying our newly launched AI stock analysis tool powered by GPT-4 at StockInvest.us. Harness the potential of AI and receive free price predictions and in-depth analysis for any one among 45,000 companies globally today. Please note that this video is intended for informational purposes only and should not be regarded as financial advice. Since the 27th of May, 2025, our system has identified QQQ as a buy candidate, assigning it a score of 3.94. Now, let's examine the performance of the ETF during this time frame. The ETF has experienced a gain of 2.51%. This equates to an average return of 0.17% per day since it was designated as a buy candidate. The exchange-traded fund is positioned within a robust and upward trend in the short term, indicating that further increases are likely. The current 3-month trend suggests a potential change of approximately 16.91% over the next 3 months, with possible returns ranging from 4.44% to 24.23%. In the longer term, our 12-month analysis projects a change of about 5.54%. According to our calculations, the stock's performance could vary from negative 16.74% to positive 8.42% over the next year. This would imply a future price ranging between $444.83 and $579.28. Our latest daily update for QQQ includes the headline, QQQ ETF upgraded to buy candidate. On the last trading day, which was Monday, the 16th of June, 2025, the price of the QQQ ETF increased by 1.39%, rising from $526.96 to $534.29. During that trading day, the ETF fluctuated by 0.93%, with a low of $530.45 and a high of $535.37. The price has risen in 7 of the last 10 days and is up by 2.12% over the past 2 weeks. On the last day, volume decreased by 20 million shares, with a total of 35 million shares traded, amounting to approximately $18.82 billion. It is important to consider that falling volume alongside rising prices can indicate divergence and may serve as an early warning of potential changes in the coming days. Over the past 52 weeks, the ETF reached a highest price of $540.80 and a lowest price of $402.39. Currently, the price is 1.20% or $6.51, below the 52-week high of $540.80, which also represents the all-time high for the ETF. Dan Hives of Wedbush Securities has launched an Artificial Intelligence Revolution exchange-traded fund, featuring top holdings that set it apart in a competitive market. This initiative could draw investor interest in technology-focused exchange-traded funds like QQQ, particularly among those seeking exposure to AI-driven growth. However, the broader market remains under pressure, with recent reports highlighting a challenging economic environment. A focus on value and income strategies is becoming increasingly appealing given the elevated pricing in growth stocks. This shift may lead to short-term volatility for QQQ as investors reassess their risk tolerance. Additionally, geopolitical tensions, such as the recent attacks on Iran, have contributed to market uncertainty, potentially impacting technology stocks negatively in the short term. Historically, technology exchange-traded funds like QQQ are sensitive to such global events. On a positive note, recent buying activity from both retail investors and share buybacks is enhancing market sentiment, which may support QQQ in the long term. Finally, unique investment approaches, such as faith-based exchange-traded funds outperforming QQQ, indicate a diverse set of strategies in play that investors might consider when navigating these shifting market dynamics. Overall, these factors suggest a combination of risk and opportunity that will define QQQ's performance in both the near and distant future. Analyst ratings. On Tuesday, the 10th of June, 2025, it was reported that Benchmark assigned QQQ a mixed rating with a hold recommendation. On Monday, the 9th of June, 2025, it was reported that Edward Jones also assigned QQQ a mixed rating with a hold recommendation. On Tuesday, the 3rd of June, 2025, it was reported that Benchmark gave QQQ a hold rating with a hold recommendation. On Friday, the 30th of May, 2025, it was reported that Benchmark assigned QQQ a buy rating with a hold recommendation. On Friday, the 23rd of May, 2025, it was reported that Kansas City Capital gave QQQ a positive rating with a hold recommendation. The following signals have been identified for QQQ. The QQQ ETF holds buy signals from both short and long-term moving averages, which suggests a positive outlook for the ETF. Additionally, there is a general buy signal indicated by the relationship between these two signals, as the short-term average is currently above the long-term average. On any downward corrections, support levels can be expected at $531.74 and $511.08. A drop below either of these levels would trigger sell signals. A buy signal originated from a pivot bottom point on Tuesday, April 8, 2025, and so far, the ETF has risen by 28.42%. Further increases are anticipated until a new top pivot is established. However, it is noteworthy that volume decreased during the last trading day despite the increase in prices. This creates a divergence between volume and price, which may serve as an early warning sign. Thus, the ETF warrants close monitoring. Some negative signals have also emerged, which could influence near-term developments. Additionally, there is currently a sell signal from the 3-month Moving Average Convergence Divergence, known as the MACD. Here are some additional signals you might find intriguing. Moving Average Convergence Divergence indicates a sell signal. Pivots suggest a buy signal from 48 days ago. Bollinger indicates a buy signal from 5 days ago. The short-term moving average shows a sell signal from 3 days ago. The long-term moving average indicates a buy signal from 38 days ago. The relationship between the short and long moving averages suggests a buy signal from 34 days ago. If we examine the 12-month chart, we can observe the short moving average indicates a buy signal from 38 days ago. The long-term moving average shows a buy signal from 26 days ago. The relationship between the short and long moving averages suggests a buy signal from 17 days ago. For more signals, please visit our page at StockInvest.us. Support, risk, and stop loss for QQQ. On the downside, the exchange-traded fund finds support just below today's level from accumulated volume at $466.40 and $423.69. There is an inherent risk involved when an ETF approaches a support level. If this level is breached, the ETF may then decline to the next support level. In this case, QQQ finds support just below today's level at $466.40. If this is broken, the next support from accumulated volume will be at $423.69 and $422.67. Generally, the ETF tends to exhibit very controlled movements, and due to good liquidity, the risk is considered to be quite low. Over the last day, the ETF moved $4.92 between its high and low, which is a change of 0.93%. For the past week, the ETF has experienced a daily average volatility of 1.04%. Before we dive into the potential good trading levels for QQQ, let's briefly review some essential fundamental data. First, we have the price-to-earnings ratio, commonly referred to as the PE ratio. This important metric measures a company's current share price in relation to its earnings per share. A relatively low PE ratio may indicate low expectations for the company's future prospects or suggest that the exchange-traded fund is undervalued, which could present a potential buying opportunity. Now let's discuss some potential day trading levels for QQQ. There is no significant resistance from accumulated volume above, which indicates that the exchange-traded fund could move upwards swiftly under the right conditions. In this case, you may want to enter a position and utilize volume to determine your exit. On the downside, QQQ encounters its first support level at 466. If this support level holds, it could present a favorable entry point while anticipating a rebound. Our recommended stop loss is set at $517.19. reflecting a decline of 3.2%. This exchange-traded fund exhibits very low daily fluctuations, resulting in minimal risk. A buy signal has emerged from a pivot bottom identified 47 days ago. Is the QQQ ETF a good buy? Several short-term indicators, along with an overall favorable trend, suggest that the current level may present a buying opportunity. There is a reasonable chance for the QQQ ETF to perform well in the near future. We have upgraded our assessment of this ETF since the last evaluation from a hold or accumulate recommendation to a buy candidate. After analyzing the volatility and movements from the most recent trading day, our systems indicate that the current price appears to be overvalued. For trading on Tuesday, the 17th of June, we anticipate that QQQ will open lower by 92 cents, starting the trading session at $533.37. We remind you that trading involves a high risk of losing money, and that you should consult with a financial advisor before buying or selling any securities. Your investment decisions should not be based solely on the information from StockInvest.us. By using this information, you acknowledge and accept responsibility for your own investment choices. This is our current view of the exchange-traded fund. Do you agree or disagree? Share your thoughts in the comments below. What is your target for the exchange-traded fund? Remember to like and subscribe. We wish you successful trading and hope you have a wonderful day from all of us here at StockInvest.